This is my conspiracy hot take: is that the Titanic, the mighty Titanic, was sunk deliberately as part of an insurance scam by its owners. There's a lot of money in there, and those were built in Liverpool. A bunch of fucking Irish. We know they're corrupt. They're into the insurance industry, right? So they knew it. If they sunk that boat, and there's a bunch of rich English people on there.
Well, the actual conspiracy about the Titanic is that it had some of the most wealthiest people in the world on it that were sailing to America, and they all got sunk, and it allowed the Federal Reserve to be created and all these global banks that are big in America now, because all the main people who would have done it were killed off in the Titanic.
Yeah. Controlled by the Irish.
So
a lot of people don't know that.
Who built all these banks then?
Well, I think it's like the Rothschilds and Rockefeller and
again,
people like that.
Again, that's what happens when you look backwards at something. When you look at back and you look at the survivors of something and you look backwards on things.
I know it's awfully convenient though. It's like, oh, look,
no, everyone looks convenient when someone survived. Everything looks convenient. You can't go. People just shit happens. And people,
I don't know enough about the Titanic. Listen,
all
I know.
Or COVID.
Okay,
or
well,
COVID.
how comes that old bitch survived and Leonardo DiCaprio? How comes that?
There's plenty of room on that door.
Yeah, the door was amazing. I remember being in the cinema watching the door going, and I was like, why is she not on the fucking? She should have,
Both of you get on the door.
Get in the
pretty
door.
simple.
Yeah, get in the door.
But how beautiful was it that it gave us another fucking hilarious tragedy? Like 100 years later, some idiot got in a carbon fiber submarine and killed himself. That was really appreciated. That was great. And like so lovely.
Tragedy.
Dude, that was a good tragedy though. That like obviously, well, we're all gonna
people
die.
with too much money.
The hubris and stupidity, and the fact that literally you had like a PlayStation 2 controller.
That
you were hucking Tony Hawk tricks, and that guy was like, "Here we are down here."
And you know what? It wasn't even an official PlayStation.
No, it was the
one
knockoff.
Honestly,
what was like the Game Shark or whatever the fuck it was called?
What do you expect?
Was it Raw Dog or something?
You never want to go visit. You never want to go and visit the. You don't want to go and visit the Titanic with the House of Illuminati. The guys at the Wonka studio.
Right, yeah. The House
So-
of Illuminati.
Yeah.
I thought it was another Darius conspiracy.
So it wasn't, but it wasn't. So you think that my hot take wasn't an insurance scam theoretically, which I love bullshit conspiracies, but it was theoretically to restructure the financial system by killing the right people.
I mean, to be honest, I got all my knowledge of the Titanic from the film.
And that was in there. That was the director's cut. They got into it.
Yeah, you've not seen the director's cut.
Yeah.
And apparently
It was
the
already
fan
a long enough movie.
The
But
fan
jeez.
was the propeller was too small or something.
Yeah, it had a bunch of issues because the classic, because the guy tried to reverse, and had he just gone, he would have gone and turned. But because he shifted the energy of when he tried to crank the propeller in reverse, or if he would have just smashed into it, would have been good. But it was the perfect storm of literally he tried to back up and turn, and he just glanced it perfectly to like fuck up everything perfectly to sink.
Well, the theory is now that there'd been the reason it did sink because technically it shouldn't have done, but the reason when they've looked at photographs, they reckon that there was a week-long fire in the coal, basically that basically softened the outside of the boat and where they stored the coal.
Yeah.
There's photographs they've looked at now that you seen before it took off that were potentially where this coal fire was on the inside, and that's what's hit and done it. So
and it's funny, you guys want to defund scientists for
I was
learning
always
how
saying,
whales
we
talk.
should be defund history now.
Yeah, no, defund
Come on, guys,
everything.
it's sunk. That's all we need to know.
On a fun note that I have to confirm, so there was another a steamer that sank around the same time, but didn't get nearly the coverage because it sank simultaneously. And my great-grandfather was on it, and he ended up treading water for like 14 hours or something and set one of the records but he got no coverage because he wasn't on the Titanic.
He set a record.
Picture yourself going
Morris
down,
McWhorter
set a
turning up.
record, and then going, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Look at...
What was that boat called?
I don't even know. It's my family member on it. That's how little
Imagine
shit people
being
gave
his
him on it.
great-granddad, this great story. They don't
Yeah.
even know the name of the
What
Yeah,
was it?
exactly,
Not the
'cause of the
Titanic.
Titanic.
That's what it was called. Not the Titanic.
Not the Titanic.